I think we attracted and addressed our audience simply by giving them what they wanted to see. There wasn't anything that we said in there that we told them, like, we didn't over-exaggerate what was going to be in the film. It was simply, when we came up with the idea, it was going to be set in someone else's in my home, a normal person's home, following their normal routine, where something seemingly is like amiss. There's this horror element to the film where the home invasion is taking place, whether it's a supernatural twist, whether they're human or not, and it is something that is really sort of, we thought, giving the audience something they want to see with the horror franchise. There's been a lot of success recently in the horror scene. The Paranormal Activity franchise, for instance, that just came out of nowhere. It was filmed a few years ago, and then in 2009 it just became a sensation. It just took over, and the fact it was on such a small plot, there wasn't much of a plot, there wasn't many characters in the film, there wasn't a lot of dialogue, and there were hardly any special effects, and it was such a low budget, but it was so huge, the effect it had on audiences, it just grabbed everyone. And so by creating a film similar to this, that is addressing all the same issues, has similar codes and conventions, if not the same in a lot of areas, and is aimed at the same audience, then we've really created quite a lot of attention and attraction to the film, simply because we're hitting all the things that previous horror films that are similar to our film have had in them. So by creating a fair mix of the codes and conventions and the things that you'd normally see in a horror film, in our horror film, even though it's only 2.5 minutes long, we've created something that people want to see and the audiences are interested in, and that is what's really attracted them to it. And the fact that we haven't, so I think the thing that recently has gone amiss in the sort of horror films is the fact that a lot of them are focused on gore, like the Saw franchise and Hostel. They create the scares through the fact that you don't really want to look at what's going to happen next, like not the gruesome manner the next person's going to get killed. We haven't done that. We've gone back to the roots of what actually makes the film scary, on what goes on in them. There's no gore, there's no violence, it's just what's happening. It's left to your imagination to run wild, to come to the conclusion, an idea of what will happen in the film eventually. And so these are all the sort of things that we've done to attract the audience and address the things that they want to see within a film, and it's something that I think, to be honest, we've done well with all the codes and conventions and all the mise en scène and the other things that you'll see within the film.